Hey everyone, and welcome to the Melee Calculator tutorial. The first thing you want to do is change your game version to NTSC or PAL. Some characters have different weights and some hitboxes have different properties across these two versions. Around the display we have 4 control panels: the attacker, the victim, the stage and the save. Each one of these control panels has a collapse and expand bar, which helps you get a better view of the display. Now let's go ahead and select an attack. Let's choose something that we're all familiar with. Let's choose Marth's F Smash. You can see that now it brings up a list of 4 IDs, 0 through 3. Some of these are exactly the same, but one is noticeably different. We can tell that this one is the tipper just by how much stronger it is. Underneath we have the stale queue option. If we use this move last, we'd add it to stale queue 1. If we used it again before that, we'd add it to stale queue 2. You see that the damage underneath is now updated to 16.6 as it's getting weaker. Because this is a smash attack, we can charge it for up to 60 frames. And we can also do this by typing it in ourselves. If we try and go over 60, it will just revert to 60. So this is a fully charged tipper. On the display, a trajectory is formed. The triangle resembles your position hit, which has hit lag, hit stun and knockback information. Each dark circle resembles a frame of hit stun, each with its position, knockback velocity and character velocity properties. The light coloured circles are actionable frames. You can see that he's still affected by knockback velocity during this time. If we click on the display, we can unfreeze the trajectory and move it around, and then click again to place it. On the victim panel, we can choose which direction the victim is hit, which character they are, and what percent they're at. We can even go into fractional percents. This will only have effect if this panel is open, so to turn it off again we can just close it. Below that we have a DI selector. With clicking we'll unfreeze the pointer and freeze it again. We have precise controls underneath which will go around the circumference. And we have information about the X and Y of the stick, its angle and its DI strength. We can change the format to precise, where it does not stick to the circumference of the circle. This will help you get a better understanding of how DI works. There are also DI selectors for SDI and ASDI. Now we have a variety of switches for knockback altering variables like crouching, getting hit while charging a smash attack or V-cancelling. For the next switch, I've created a new scene. So let's turn Meteor Cancel on and let's change the attack to Marth's Dare. As you can see, he's still being knocked into the blast zone, because in NTSC, the dare is a spike. If we change it to PAL, you'll see the Meteor Cancel in effect, where he will jump out on the 8th frame of hit stun. Below that, we have options for after hit stun, fade in and double jump. Fade in will allow the character to drift towards center stage as soon as possible. If we turn this off, you see he'll just double jump in place. After that we have double jump. If we turn this off, Meteor Cancel will also turn off. For the next feature, let's change the attack to something weak, like Marth's down tilt. And let's put the trajectory on the ground. If I click Attempt Crouch Cancel, the trajectory DI and the ASDI will be moved downwards and crouching will be turned on. We can use this to find the maximum percent that a character can crouch cancel an attack. If an attack can be crouch cancelled, a circle with CC will appear on the trajectory display. If we hover over this, we can see the knockback and the Y displacement. The Y displacement has to be below 0 for you to be able to crouch cancel. We can use this to find the maximum percent that a character can crouch cancel an attack. So let's increase the percent until something changes. At 152%, it now changed to 80. This means this AM's attackable, but it cannot be crouch cancelled. This happens when the knockback is greater than or equal to 80. I've changed the trajectory back to tipper F smash, on Fox at 50%. On the save panel, if we hover over the trajectory box 1, we get basic information about the attack and the victim. If we click on the colour box, we can choose between 9 different colours. If we click the plus sign, this will create a new trajectory and will copy all of the traits of the previously selected trajectory. Each trajectory has independent variables, so let's change the DI of this one to DI upwards. You can see how the trajectory has changed and how you can compare it to no DI. If we create another one and we do downwards DI, we can see a comparison of all 3. We can even add labels to each one by clicking the add label. This will create a label in the top left corner, which you can drag down to wherever you want, resize it with the bottom right corner, type in it, change the font size and the opacity. You can do this for all of the trajectories. You can make up to 9 trajectories, each with their own label. You can also add a title. This is meant for the scene as a whole. On the top panel are 6 legal stages that you can change at will. You can compare the blast zones at each of these stages. On the stage panel we also have snap to surfaces. When this is turned on and you are moving your trajectory around, it will snap to platforms within a certain range. When it does this, it knows that you're grounded. And there are certain mechanics that happen only when grounded. For this example, I've used Marth Stare again. At 0%, when he's grounded, you will see that he doesn't actually leave the ground. But if we increase the percent, you'll see that he'll bounce upwards. If we weren't on the platform, he would always be sent downwards. Finally, when you've made a scene, you can share it. This creates a URL that you can share with anyone.